We have here two directors, the Miller brothers. I guess you're brothers. You look like brothers.
Yes, we're twins.
You're identical
on the radio
twins.
can tell that.
Yeah, you're identical twins. Yes.
Yes.
You should. When you were little kids, let me names Logan Miller and Noah Miller. Did your parents dress you alike and do all that horrible?
No, our mother was very wise about this. She wanted us to, have our own identity. So the only time we did was for I think we were 2 years old or something, for a sailor's outfit, like Sears photo.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
So to continue that, you're wearing a hat, and that's how we know that you're Logan.
Yes,
because you're wearing a hat. Also with us, Jason Isaacs, who you.
Well, you'll know him as the voice of Ra's al Ghul in Batman Under the Red Hood.
I am best known for that.
That's how I know you.
I know my kids love Jason because of the Peter Pan movie, which you were really a wonderful Captain Hook.
Thanks very much. It was a fab film.
And then
very, very different from Sweetwater. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Don't let your kids watch Sweetwater.
And then there's
that one thing away from this interview. It is not for children.
It's not for children.
No. Or the Harry Potter fans, probably. Right.
Ed Harris is in this. January Jones, Eduardo Noriega, Jason Aldean, and Stephen Root. One of my favorites, Stephen Root.
We love Stephen Root.
Good Lord, what a talented man he is, and really able to do almost anything that you ask of him.
And just a really nice guy to be around.
Not on the screen.
Yeah.
He is disgusting.
he's really a horrible character.
Everything he gets.
All right, Jason, let me ask you then. You say this is not for kids to see. Tell us a little bit about who you are and what happens in this movie.
Well, I'm sitting next to Noah and Logan Miller, who people on the radio can't see are rather tall, strapping lads, so I have to be respectful when I say that they are extremely sick and twisted individuals. And it's a thriller set in a Western backdrop that is in every way perverse and violent and shocking and sexual and funny and audacious and unusual storytelling. And
are you a bad guy?
I am deeply unpleasant. I'm a fundamentalist.
But you're the prophet Josiah.
I am the prophet Josiah. He has the word of God in his head, and that allows him to do anything he wants to anyone he wants until things come to a head.
I think when I first saw you, you were my first memory of you, and I bet I saw you in other stuff, but was in the Mel Gibson movie,
The Patriot.
The Patriot.
Yeah.
And you were really awful.
If you think
awful
that's
character.
awful, buy a ticket to Sweetwater. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That man could be a guide at Disneyland compared to
So, boys, where did this movie come from? What was in your fevered brains when you did this?
Well, the script was sent to us by our DVD distributor, and on our first movie, and then they hired us to rewrite the script.
We like the sort of just the concept, but we felt needed to be taken in a very different direction, and so they fortunately believed in what we wanted to do to it, and then we rewrote it and then sent it to Ed Harris, and he jumped on board, and then after that things started moving quickly.
It's a period piece in the Old West. Have you done this kind of thing before?
No.
Really some challenges there, I would think.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was a 23-day shoot. We were
short, huh?
Yeah, and in New Mexico during the monsoon season, so you have lightning and rain, coming in every afternoon.
And sheep and goats.
Yeah.
And horses.
And horses, yeah.
And actresses in very, very long dresses that are not made for action sequences.
Yeah. Not happy about it, and sweating.
No, everyone was happy. They run an incredibly happy, enthusiastic set. These boys run out and chest bump everyone after every take. It's exhausting and fantastic.
Do you really?
There's a lot of high
we're big huggers. Yeah, big huggers. Yeah, we did. Jason, I think it took everybody by surprise. When we're definitely very excited. We
don't hold back our enthusiasm.
Especially if January Jones gets a really good take, right?
No, everybody. Yeah. Listen, they were running out and hugging the horse wranglers who are really not used to that much contact with other males.
That's true.
When you do a period piece like that, and especially if it's the first time you're not used to working in it, do you hire somebody? And I just kind of I don't know anything about the making of a movie.
Clearly, you don't need to tell us that. That's obvious.
Do you hire somebody to help you with that aspect of it? To advise you on well, this you got to do this, and you shouldn't doing this, and that kind of a saddle would never be.
I think as far as the props were concerned, yes, Keith Walters
was terrific, but we
wanted to approach it not from
a Western standpoint. We're just going to make a movie that takes place in this time,
and not sticking to the
dialogue.
To the
No. You don't worry too much about that.
No, because
we didn't want people to sound like Yosemite Sam.
Yeah,
or if it's too period, then I think that.
You can't relate to it.
Yeah, you can't relate to it.
It's very hard to pull off. And,
and we wanted to just we don't want. If for you, those of you at home, we just interrupt each other constantly.
And it's weird because they're twins, and they just talk. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, we share a brain. So
I'm an honorary triplet.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Yeah, sometimes. No, we told whether it was Jason or any of our department heads, we said don't think of this. We're not making a Western.
Okay.
So. But many people do have advisors, but we didn't want to.
It wasn't so. The zipper wasn't invented until 1893 or something. We weren't.
You didn't worry about that.
No, because we wanted to more just tell a compelling sort of narrative.
I look forward to that review. I really love this movie, but did you notice that the guy in the back had the double button cuff?
There will be people who
I'll
do
bet
that.
it's out there already. Let me look.
The name of the movie is Sweetwater. You're showing it. Has it been screened yet?
Not yet.
Tomorrow lunch for the press, and Thursday night is the premiere here.
Do you know, has anybody who wants to buy it seen it?
Nobody's seen it.
Yeah.
Nobody has seen it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
except the people at Sundance and Jason.
I've seen it. It's fabulous.
You've seen it.
The thing is, they are very, very unusual boys, these two, and they are both seasoned filmmakers because they made two now. That's more than most people make. But also, they didn't grow up in film culture, and they have a very unique take on storytelling. And I think they have a voice that will be, whatever they do, and I'm sure they'll continue to change genres, and they will. I think you'll always know you're watching a Miller Brothers film. They have a voice that'll be around for a long time to come.
And this is a guy who's worked with some pretty well-known directors, and you've worked with some pretty awful people as well. But you've been around the block a couple of times.
It didn't read like other people's scripts, and frankly, they don't direct like other directors. And it's very refreshing to make, and it's very refreshing to watch.
That's nice, huh?
I know. Thank you.
Isn't that nice?
We're taking him out to dinner tonight.
And what was your first feature?
It's called Touching Home.
Is that around that people can see it?
Yeah. It's Netflix been playing on Showtime a bunch. It's an autobiographical story about us and our dad.
Touching Home.
Yeah, Touching Home.
It's the Miller brothers, Logan Miller and Noah Miller, and Jason Isaacs. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure, and pleasure to meet you guys. And really, I hope it's a huge deal. And
thank you.
And on you go.
Thank you for mistaking me for Jason Alexander when I sat down.
I didn't mistake you for Jason.
It's one of my favorite shows.
I didn't. I'm tired, and I went, Jason, it's an AI.
It's all good.
And then when you said, no, not Alexander, I went, oh, it's Isaacson. No, it's not Isaacson.
It's fine. I disappear into the character. And the prophet in Sweetwater, that's all that counts.
The prophet.
Josiah.
Josiah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.